Good morning. Welcome to the QCIS channel, where you get a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. My name is Leon Jones, and what you're about to see is an operation. I call it the Burrito. Now, the Burrito is when an actual burrito is constructed. It's got filter cloth and it involves stone. So what I have had the contractor do, because I've already run the dynamic cone penetrometer test on the soil, it was very muddy, so the test didn't pass. So instead of having him go down foot after foot after foot after foot, I had him place filter cloth. Now, I'm going to show you what the filter cloth looks like. Okay. Walking down here on the filter cloth. This black stuff is filter cloth that I'm walking on. And because it's very muddy, very muddy out here. What's going to happen is they're going to place this filter cloth. They've already placed it. This black stuff is filter cloth. Now the filter cloth, what it does, it absorbs the moisture. Because we had some rain here, and the rain basically moistened, or it basically soaked the dirt. Now, what's happening now? You see the excavator? He's putting stone down. Now this stone is going to go right down there. Now 2 feet of, that's called number 2 stone. And we're doing this because this helps basically solidify the soil. We need to give it a little bit of reinforcement, because eventually they're going to be paving over the soil. And with soil, one thing you have to understand, there are different types of soil. Soil is medium graded, well graded, coarse graded. Now there are different ways you can approach this. Now let me show you some of this soil out here, what it looks like when it's muddied up. See, I had to test this soil this morning, and that's what it looks like. And when I brought out the dynamic cone penetrometer, it sunk right in the soil. It's sunk in the soil because it's too wet. Now, what they're doing, he's already putting a stone down there. Now, I'm going to walk down here and talk to the foreman, and I'm going to see what's happening out here. Little buddy. Okay, so they are going to do the burrito like we were talking about. Two foot, just. And it doesn't have to be perfect. what's happening? You see him placing the stone here. And that stone, that's called number 2. You have stone that's 2. You have 8. 8 is the smallest stone. You have number 4. Right now, you see how they place that stone. See, this is a operation. It doesn't take as long as you think. Our whole purpose again is to reinforce the soil. When you test soil, we come up with certain numbers. Now the numbers are very arbitrary as well. But just like everything else, one test doesn't mean the soil is good. It just means it met that number, that requirement for the specification that's written. But again, so right now he's dumping that stone in there. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that stone is a good reinforcer. Now, on top of this filter cloth, they're going to put more stone. In fact, in the foreground, just beyond the excavator, that's the small stone. That's the number 53 stone. Now, the number 53 stone is much smaller. It's still coarse, but it's not as coarse. You see, the number 2 stone is coarse, very coarse. It's not fine. Fine is it's very small granules. In fact, when you compact it, there are no voids. You basically can't compact. Well, you can compact stone, but you're going to have voids. But this is what it looks like right now. We're laying the stone in there. And again, this black stuff that I'm walking on, this black material, it's called filter cloth. And I'm right out of here on the SR28 project in Frankfort, Indiana. And I'm just going to let you all look at how they're constructing this reinforcement known as the Burrito for this area that I just tested this morning. And let me tell you something, as an inspector, you have to make judgments. So a good inspector, and this takes experience as well, good inspector knows what needs to be done. Now everything's done within accordance to the plans and specifications. Now remember, they cut 2 feet of soil material out. And as I have shown you, the material was muddy. I'm going to let you all see what they're doing. Now, once the stone is placed in this area, you're going to get other equipment that's going to basically feather it in. Where you got the bulldozer. That little, like a bulldozer, that's a skid steer. Now, when it comes to construction, you have to make some decisions. And I made this decision that instead of going through a bunch of tests that weren't passing, find alternatives. And this was the best method that I came up with. Of course, most of us do it. So, with the mountain of stone up here. Again, this is the preparation. This is what we call it a burrito. Now, I may have to break this video up into 2 parts. If I do, that's okay. I may. But right now, I'm just giving you an opportunity to see how material is placed. And the reason why I have to have this soil reinforced, because this is actually going to be a travel lane where it's going to be a lot of live load that's going to be placed on this soil. And basically what I'm doing is stabilizing the soil, reinforcing, stabilizing it, so there are no sinkholes, there are no potholes, because what's going to happen, they're going to be placing curb and gutter, sidewalk, Because even in the area that I'm standing here, it's going to be a sidewalk over here. Now again, this goes down 2 feet. Now the good thing about number 8, let me show you what number 8 stone looks like. This right here is number 8 stone. That's also good for reinforcement. But number 2 stone, you see the solution's going to work. Now you have to have experience in construction to make that decision. And I always say, if you don't understand how soil works, don't make the decision. Now, you have what we call air, water, and solid. That's what's part of soil. Soil has density. It's usually 62 pounds per cubic feet. Now that's the number we get. It's also the density of water too. Regular water. Seawater is 64. Now, it's already gotten everything just about placed. Sure that it's being laid evenly. Like I said, it's got to be 2 feet of this stone plate. Now, once the stone is placed, got the bulldozer out here. Bulldozer is going to level it off. laid out here. Just remember again, they have to put 2 feet of this number 2 stone. It's getting close to 2 feet, I can see it. Just remember, on a construction site, you have a lot of equipment going at the same time. So, not only are they going to be placing stone, they're also placing pipe. Laying this out perfectly. Just a little bit windy out here today. Again, you can see how the construction is going. And just to reiterate something for you, when you do any construction project, in order for you to have a structure, you have to make sure that your soil is stabilized. We're using lots of methods. There are methods out there like retaining walls, MSE walls. We even have stone. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to call this part 1. Probably going to be looking at a second video or maybe even a third, but I'm going to go through it and let you all see how this operation is conducted. See how muddy it was out here too. Got to place that stone in the right area so you can even it out. Right over here where the action is. Again, see this is filter cloth. That's on the heat stone. Now, this black filter cloth, you'll be seeing more of this because they're going to put a foot of that stone in the foreground. Once the bulldozer passes, you can see it. The smaller stone, that's the 53. So when they complete this is what we call the burrito. They're going to take the side I'm standing on and the other side, and they're going to wrap it around this stone. And that concludes the first part of this video on the burrito. If you like what I just presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for some political or some social content, you can check out the 401 Talk Zone radio show, also on YouTube. Now, if you can't find me on YouTube, I'm talking about the 401 Talk Zone radio show channel and the QCIS channel. Check both of those channels out on Twitter. Also, when it comes to the QCIS channel, I take it one step further. Since it's an educational channel, that channel is placed on my other social media platform known as LinkedIn. Now, once again, thank you for viewing the first part of this video on the burrito, right here from the QCIS channel. On this channel, I give you a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. Until next time, my name is Leon Jones. I want you to have a wonderful and gracious day.